You're watching Two Button Crew,
the daily show for Nintendo fans.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Simeon.
What's up?
What is up, interwebs? I almost said internet and then I changed to webs. Internwebs.
I've started referring to that as the web tubes because, you know, we live on YouTube.
I get it. Yes, the web tubes. The U-web.
I think Nintendo has a very distinctive touch.
Yeah, a flavor or hue, if you will.
Polish.
Yes.
And I think it's a big compliment to give a game to say that could pass as a Nintendo game.
Yeah, I agree.
They really, you know, if Nintendo's a chicken, they are sitting on those eggs for a long time, warming them up.
That was a really weird analogy, but yeah, it's true.
Well, you like it better than when I used to say cooking the golden crispies into the games.
Well, that too.
We have come up with a short list of fantastic games that could pass as Nintendo games.
They have that flavor, that golden crispy chickenness.
Right.
Why don't you go ahead and go first with your first game?
Okay. So the game that I selected first was Hoggy, and this is an iOS game. Nothing to do with pigs, actually.
Really?
So, you've seen this game.
I have.
And I showed it to you when you might not remember, but you were like, Scott, why haven't you told me about this game? That's how good you thought that it was.
Well, I'm depressed that I haven't checked it out since and don't know what it is.
So it's on iPhone or iPod Touch, whatever you got. Simple one-touch controls. Simple controls, I think this is a staple of a Nintendo-like game. Also have very clean graphics, but it was very puzzle-based. I see in my notes that I wrote muzzle-based, but no. Nothing to do with pigs or muzzles. It was puzzle-based, and it was side-scrolling. So the mechanic is just one touch, and that would make you flip to the other side of the screen. So you're either scooting along the bottom or the top, and you like go down into pots, kind of like Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. You collect keys, kind of like Metroid, to get to other areas and stuff. And you'd have to, and tilting moves left and right. So you just tilt and swap from the bottom to the top. And kind of like Nintendo does in games like Box Boy, or I mentioned Metroid, how you power up gradually. Like the mechanics build on each other. So you learn one thing, and then you use it in different ways, and then you learn a second thing, and then you use that in different ways, and then you use them in conjunction with each other and stuff. So Hoggy's a great game to check out.
Somebody's been taking their Nintendo notes, apparently. Nice apicary laugh.
Thanks.
Okay, my first game is Klonoa. They were originally released on PS1 and then PS2.
Yeah.
And then the first Klonoa was re-released on the Wii.
Like remastered.
Remastered, yes, it looks a lot better. And it's just a lighthearted, slow-paced, fun platformer.
Yeah.
It's got beautiful visuals, beautiful music. It's got just that really, really cool atmosphere to it.
Yes. And like iconic mascot kind of action game. Absolutely.
It's got that iconic character that you can really relate to with his Pac-Man hat and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's kid-friendly, just like Nintendo, and if somebody were dropped into this without knowing who made it, I think that, well, if they didn't see the Pac-Man hat, obviously, that they might attribute it to Nintendo. It just has that feel to a Nintendo game, and I think Nintendo would make a very good Klonoa and bring it back.
How about this little known gem, LOL for the DS? This was a multiplayer only game, so that's not, you know, Super Nintendo-y, but it, I thought it was kind of like an extension of what PictoChat was, or also like what they've kind of done with Miiverse drawing and stuff. But this was kind of the local multiplayer that Nintendo kind of goes for. And it's made to entertain one another, like 4 people, up to 4 people. You take turns, you write a category, and then you each do a drawing about it. And whoever gets the funniest drawing gets, you know, everybody gets to vote on which one's best and point that up.
I remember playing this game, and this one was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it feels like something that could be built right into a DS. So
Nintendo.
Like $5. It was great.
That's a great purchase for $5.
Yeah.
A game like that, absolutely. My first game. Wow, I got amnesia. My second game is The Guardian Legend for NES.
I bought you this.
Yes, you bought me this.
I'll remember that.
As you just learned. And it is a fantastic game. It's basically like mostly like Legend of Zelda, but with like Metroid elements and also shmup elements.
Yeah.
And it is just absolutely fantastic. It's got adventure. It's got great music. It just got a lot of polish to it.
I don't know how you mix Legend of Zelda and a shmup, but I'm intrigued when you say that.
It is.
It is intrigued.
We'll have to. It is intrigued. I'll have to loan you my Retron and the game so that you can play it.
I don't know if anybody's ever lent me a console before.
Well,
how exciting. Scribblenauts. That's in here. So it's a game built around the mechanics. Nintendo does that all the time. They're like, we want a game with a water jetpack where you can hover, where you can clean things. Oh, let's make Mario Sunshine. Well, they started with this, word to life mechanic, and they built the whole world around it. And
so genius.
They never tried to impress anyone with graphics. It was all pretty cool, like paper cut out, everything's on a hinge and stuff. And it encourages a lot of experimentation. Very Nintendo-y.
Absolutely.
I will note, like, in the menus, I could tell they didn't spend much time on those because there wasn't like feedback when you would press a button. So you're kind of like, did I press that or not? And then it loads in a second later,
Oh, jeez.
Just like when you're selecting which save slot you want and stuff. And I remember thinking, that's third-party, but once you get in the game,
very Nintendo.
Not many people spend time on their menus like Nintendo does.
No. So my next one is Shovel Knight, and Shovel Knight just has a lot of that quality, and I see it as kind of a good mix between Mario and Legend of Zelda, where you got that item system, kind of like Legend of Zelda. You got your different items to help you out, but you also have the Mario jumping on stuff and platforming, and also the funny dialogue that the Mario RPG games have, especially in Plague of Shadows. The Plague of Shadows expansion is very, very funny. And it's very reminiscent. I think most people would look at this and wouldn't necessarily, first of all, think of like a Mario game or Legend of Zelda. I think their first thought is Megaman. And before you do your last one, I think I'll do my last one here, is I think Megaman, the Megaman original series at least, looks like a Nintendo game. I think that if you are going to talk about like NES games and NES classics, you're going to come up pretty much with almost exclusively first-party games. I mean, there's going to be a few third-party games, but if you're talking like things that made the NES better than other consoles, you're going to come up with completely first-party games almost, except
Nintendo does.
Yeah, Nintendo does what Sega don't. I didn't know how to complete that, but maybe just like alongside of Simon Belmont, like the Castlevania games, those were also things that made the original NES shine, that were third party. But Mega Man has all those elements. It felt like basically part of the Mario family, part of the Nintendo family, just completely fit in with everything else that they did. So Shovel Knight and Mega Man, I think, go hand in hand and should be considered just like Nintendo quality titles, and maybe Nintendo will buy Mega Man or something.
I'll round us out here with Boom Blocks, which was a very family-friendly, accessible Wii game. Not only could it have passed as a Nintendo title, but it should have been one.
Yeah, I think so.
Nintendo, I believe, reacted to the success of Boom Blocks and pooped out Flame Smash.
What is that? I just get a really weird picture in my head of Nintendo seeing Boom Blocks and go. Spielberg, what have you done?
Well, I had a weird picture of you talking about your NES games. So
that's true.
Yeah, Boom Blocks did a lot better what Nintendo tried to do with Fling Smash, which is just a fun way to fling your remote.
Yes.
When you're not doing it on accident from tennis through your TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew. Comment below. games that pass as Nintendo titles.
Yes, don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe, and most of all, to share with your friends.
We'll see you next time.
Signing out.